So, are Windsor residents, police, and businesses ready for legalization of marijuana for recreational purposes? Joining us to talk about it are Rich Garten.
Well, Jim, none of this is coming out of the blue. We've been talking about it for some time. We all knew it was going to happen, but now that it's a reality, everyone from business owners to police are preparing themselves for legal pot.
I think today is absolutely a day for people to celebrate the fact that prohibition of a plant is now in the past.
Higher Limits co-owner John Liedtke says the celebration marks the end of a decade of activism, but the beginning of a new push for more sensible policy that would enable businesses like his to distribute cannabis.
So you can go to a bar and buy a shot of whiskey or a pint of beer or a glass of wine. You should be able to come into my business and buy a pre-rolled joint or a bong that's pre-filled or a brownie that potentially has THC in it.
While some are celebrating, others are preparing for the task that lies ahead.
We still feel that, we'll be prepared as we can be. We think there's many pieces of a complex puzzle that are not in place yet.
Windsor Police Chief Al Fredericks says those pieces include what the regulations will be and how police will enforce drugged driving without the appropriate technology.
There's tools out there for the testing of breath when impaired by drug. However, none of those have been approved. So that puts our communities in danger, in my view, and the government needs to move quickly on remedying that.
Another question mark, where the city's first cannabis store will be, a decision dictated by the province without any say from the city.
We understood there were two general areas of the city that they were looking at, one east side, one sort of central in the city, and I'm not sure if they've made a choice yet or where that choice would be.
Mayor Drew Dilkens is also worried about the financial implications of being in a border city and the marijuana tourism that will presumably take place.
Right now there's not enough money in the pot to fund all the work that needs to be done, so that will be a challenge as well, but we really have no choice. We will be ready, and we'll make sure that the city's ready as well.
Technically, the sale of marijuana is not yet legal, but there's already at least one local business selling cannabis. Hemp Healthy Pharmacy opened up a dispensary along the main drag in Essex 2 weeks ago. The owner wouldn't allow cameras inside or do an interview, and even admits they jumped the gun a bit, openly selling marijuana to anyone over the age of 19. For its part, officials with the town of Essex say they're aware of the Hemp Healthy dispensary selling cannabis, but have no authority to stop them. They say it's up to the feds in the province to enforce any laws pertaining to the sale of cannabis, Jim.
Kind of like the Wild West.
Yeah, it's the early stages. I think a lot of people are operating under what they think is a gray area. We'll see what the government thinks of that.
All right, Rich Garten tonight. Thank you, Rich. Something to think about.